What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm on Toxic Gaming today, people. Today I'm going to be bringing you my third place local deck profile. I played middle-aged Mechs over the weekend and this deck is actually incredible. I was surprised to see it even did as well as it did, and I beat the decks that I did. Like, this deck is actually really good. Again, color me impressed. I got the idea for this deck from Rook's table because he won his little best speed dueler tournament or whatever it was for the GX box. He won that tournament with a middle-aged Mechs deck, and I was like, whoa, this deck actually seems like it could be kind of good, because I used to play like Ancient Gears back whenever I played Duel Links. And so I was looking at this and I was like, yeah, this deck actually has potential. And middle-aged Mechs is one of the reasons why. Like, this card is so good. All Ancient Gear monsters gain 300 attack, and each time a monster is normal summon set, place one spell counter on this card, and if you tribute an Ancient Gear monster face up, you can tribute this card instead. If the number of its counters are equal to or greater than the number of required tributes. So this is just a continuous spell skill, so during your turn, your first turn of the game, this skill activates as a continuous spell. And then every time a monster is normal summoned or set, you get a counter, which is really good, and it makes it really easy to bring out these really big boss monsters, such as Ancient Gear Golem, which we're playing at 2 in this deck. Now, the downside of this card is that it can't be special summoned, which really matters for this deck, but its effect is incredible. If this card attacks, your opponent can't activate spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step, which is a common thing you'll see between all of these Ancient Gear monsters. And then also it says if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. So playing this card at 2 is actually not bad in this deck, because you're trying to get this card to the field as fast as possible. The other card we're playing in this is 2 Ancient Gear Golem. The reason why we play this guy at 1 in this deck instead of 3 regular Ancient Gears is because this card can be special summoned. When we get to spell and trap cards later, I'll explain why that matters. But Ancient Gear Golem as a tune has the same exact effect, except it has summoning sickness. So it can't attack the turn it's summoned. Next on our list is Ancient Gear Beast, which is arguably my favorite Ancient Gear monster because it gets over the DD Warrior Lady. So this card says it can't be special summoned, much like its Ancient Gear Golem counterpart. If it attacks, your opponent can't activate spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step, just like any other Ancient Gear Golem. And then it negates the effects of a monster destroy a battle and by this card, including in the graveyard. So you negate the effects of DD Warrior Lady when the Ancient Gear Beast attacks over it. Now, it doesn't negate Zoma, at least I don't think it does, but it is still very powerful. Ancient Gear Engineer, which is really cool, actually. I wasn't expecting this card to be as good as it has been in this format, but it actually performs very well. It negates any trap effect that targets this card and destroys that trap card. And then if it attacks, your opponent can't activate spell or trap card effects. But not only are those 2 effects like very relevant, but also this effect here is at the end of the damage step, if this card attacked, target 1 spell or trap your opponent controls and destroy that target. Like, this card is crazy for the simple fact that it has this spell or trap removal. Ancient Gear Knight, which is really cool. It's just a Gemini 1800 beater with 500 or 1800 attack and 500 defense. It doesn't have an effect until you normal summon again. I think I only did it once yesterday, and it was just to like poke for game when they had back row. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap until the end of the damage step. That's its effect after you summon it from being a Gemini. But yeah, usually you're not doing that. Very seldomly is that going to be what you do. DD Warrior Lady's played at 3 in this deck. You need to control the board as much as possible, so we're playing at 3. And then 1 Cyber Dragon. You can special summon this card from your hand if you go second. If you do, you can use it for tribute fodder for your Ancient Gear Golems or any of your other high-level Ancient Gear monsters. Next on our list is the most important spell or trap card, Gear Town. Gear Town is very strong. And it says that whenever you normal summon an Ancient Gear monster, you can tribute summon it with 1 less tribute, which is really good in tangent with our skill, middle-aged Mechs, because like you can have 1 counter on middle-aged Mechs over here, and then tribute it to summon Ancient Gear Golem as long as you have Gear Town face up on the field, which is very, very good. Not only that, it says when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Ancient Gear monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, which is also very powerful because that means that you get to special summon your Tune Ancient Gear Golem, your Ancient Gear Engineer, or your Ancient Gear Knight in the case of this card's being destroyed. Double Cyclone is one of those cards that destroy your own spell and trap cards, like Gear Town, to destroy a spell or trap card your opponent controls. So you get rid of your Gear Town, get rid of one of your opponent's spell and trap cards, and then you get to special summon your Tune Ancient Gear Golem, or in some cases your Knight, or in other cases your Engineer. Like, it is a good card to have in tangent with Gear Town. And then we play our trap cards, which is double Floodgate Trap Hole and then double Wall of Disruption. I like to play these traps in here for protection purposes. There's a lot of times in this deck where like you open up a lot of like high level monsters, but you don't open up any field spells, so you have to rely on your opponent normal summoning. So they go normal summon, you go Floodgate, you get counter. They go normal summon attack, you go Wall of Disruption. You got a counter for that normal summon. Like it's a good card to have. Like these having the trap card back row. And then moving on to the side deck. We have the one Floodgate Trap Hole. I would go trade this in whenever I knew I was going first. Same with these. Offerings to the Doomed. Like, I've really tried to make it to where if my opponent opted to make me go first, I would put all these cards in. And that's just if I open any of these going first, I can set them all face down, set my DD Warrior Lady, or summon my Ancient Gear, put the, counters onto this, like... And then my opponent becomes more susceptible at this point to want to Cosmic Cyclone or Dust Tornado my middle-aged Mechs card instead of hitting my back row, being the Offerings and the Floodgates and the Wall of Disruptions. And the Double Cyclone, because if they, set a card, then Cosmic for whatever reason, I can Double Cyclone out the middle-aged Mechs and pop another card on the field. I also played Jinzo in case I ran into the David Warrior decks. Thankfully, I did not. And then lastly, I play Night Beams just in case, again, I run into any sort of burn decks or high spell or high trap card based decks. But yeah, again, got third place with this deck at my locals. It was a lot of fun to play, and I have a newfound liking for Ancient Gears and especially the middle-aged mech skill. But without further ado, I'm going to jump into this showcase and show you how this deck works. Alright, so hopefully this match works. I just played 2 matches, and both of them were not the greatest to showcase this deck. First one, I just destroyed the guy. Like, he didn't really play anything. And then the next one, Zone of the Spirit just kills me twice. Like, alright, this is Moth. This is fine. Standby. Testing your deck. Nah. Playing it. Main 1, going to set this, get a counter, set this, and then pass turn. Sec have to refresh, can't see cards, you got it. Cool. Happy to know it worked. So, again, we're playing against Moss, so we're probably going to see Breaker here. We're going to Floodgate it. I don't even know if we Floodgate it. It really just depends. Because I can't, I have to decide here, right? I have to decide on the summon, so I'm just going to sync on the summon. But, if he does Breaker, I feel like I Floodgate it, right? That's the appropriate play. Right? Then, yeah. Hopefully I get Gear Town next turn. So he's going he's playing my Volcanic list. That's crazy. Let's go. Yeah, we're going to let him do it. And then I'm going to get a counter here. This is going to allow me to bring out Golem next turn if I gotta. I love Volcanic Moss. It's such a good deck. Ooh, or he's playing the Volcanic and Parasite build, which is also kind of cool. Yeah, this is just going to go to the graveyard. That's fine. Start turn. There we go. Let's go. Gear Town. Main 1. Going to go Gear Town here. You're going to go up to 18 with this, but this is 19. So, normal summon this guy. Enter into battle. And then attack over him. I'm at 23, so you take 4. Minus 400. Boop. And then we pass turn. See if there's a parasite. Because I feel like even if there is a parasite, we're still in a good position. Just because we have the floodgate. But you waste your summon this turn. I get to my card. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Going to cocoon it away. And then he's going to summon his moss. I'm going to stop the moss summon right there. Hopefully you know how to play your deck. Don't try shuffling or doing anything else stupid. Alright, cool. Start turn, getting back into the beast. Standby, main 1. Again, just go to normal summon the beast. And then pass turn off here. Because it says 3,000 defense. Don't really know if I have any outs to it. I think I wait till I get to an out. Blaze Accelerate Cannon. Boop. That's fine. Get its effect. Sends the shell. I think I can climb it with Ancient Gear though. I just have to get a monster to stick now, which is going to be hard with shells and accelerators. Yep, taking the 5 here. Grabbing the shell. Setting a card face down, and then summoning Blaze Accelerator. Sure. Yep. Can't attack. My turn. Just draw for turn, drawing into the Ancient Gear. Kind of need the Mechs to get over it. So I need to get a card that could be special. So I think I need Cyber Dragon more than anything, right? Because I only go up to 18. Never played Moss and don't have Volcanic monsters. All good. Love this deck. Did a video of it a couple weeks back. So I can help if need be. Yeah, again, I feel like the problem becomes like Ancient Gear Golem can't kill Moth, right? And I can't summon, I have to have Mechs out to summon it. Like I have to have Mechs out to summon it. I'm going to summon the man, what do I do? Because I can't just like let this hit me, right? So I feel like I have to, right? Normal summon the Ancient Gear Golem. Enter into battle phase and then attack into this. Because like this can't do anything to me, but this can. Think on summon or on battle. On summon? Question? Yeah, Wildfire. On summon. Sending them all to graveyard. That answers this issue altogether. Let's go! Minus 500. Boop. So I'll take 1,000 next turn. No biggie. Let's see. Wildfire's crazy. It just won me the game. Shuffling back to Parasite or the Moth. Parasite, gotcha. Probably has a Moth in hand then. Ooh, that's an issue if he does. Because if he has Moth and Parasite in hand, I die. Sets the card face down. If this is nothing, I win. Sets another card face down. If this is nothing, I win. Using the shell here to pay the 500 to grab a shell. So that will be one shell. But he has two shells in hand. We know that for a fact. I'll take the 1,000. That's fine. Standby? Anything in standby phase? Nothing. Main one. Normal summon engineer. Set one. Enter into battle and attack. There's the 500. Declare. Popping the middle. It's the Zoma. Let's go. Hitting end phase and ending turn. Using the Cosmic here, paying the 1k. Are you hitting the back row? Sure. That's fine. And I have both Beast in Graveyard and this in Grave, so this could be an issue. Activate the Blaze Accelerator. Let me draw into the double cyclone. Okay. Sets one. Are you using? Okay, you're using the accelerator here. Pitch into one of the two shells, so he has one shell still in hand. This face down might matter. Okay. And going into my turn, I draw into the Floodgate, which isn't bad, right? Because any monster he summons, I have an out to now. Zoma the Spirit, sure. Zoma's really strong. I don't know exactly how I'm going to get past this one. I can get the DD Warrior Ladies. Just switches the Zoma to attack and attack circle for 1,800. I don't have to wait to Floodgate yet. I have 1,200, so I need a good draw here. Like, this literally cannot be Ancient Gear Golem. And the likelihood of it being Ancient Gear Golem is high right now. Like, I got two Ancient Gear Golems. Like, I need this to be Double Cyclone. And I feel like my chances of Double Cyclone are just as much as my chances for Ancient Gear Golem. That's a Gear Town. That's unfortunate. We admit defeat there. Off a rematch. Going into game 2. He's probably going to opt to make us go first. Or we're going to opt to make him go first this time, right? So we're going to have the Night Beams ready. We're going to have the Jinzo ready. Jinzo won't matter against that deck, I don't think. But there are Zomas, so it might matter a little bit. He does attack, so we need all the back row we can get, right? So instead of... I want to get rid of those Zomas. I don't even remember. Can I activate Paranoid Quick Effect during opponent turn? Yes, sir. And then, so... I'm going to take out the Cyber Dragon number 1, right? I think I want these offerings more than anything because they just out the Moss. Moss is my biggest issue. So I'm going to take out one of you. And then no, I just won't play the Jinzo. I'll have the outs for any problematic monster. I'll be fine. Going second. Yep. Quick can be activated during either turn. I avoided the Moss deck for too long. Yeah, it's kind of the best deck. Let me set this and activate. I just want to point out that both the times that I had decent-ish duels, it was against brand new people learning their deck. So that's a little unfortunate, but oh well. Opponent sets this guy face down. He T-sets pass. I don't get any counters, obviously. Start turn. Because this shouldn't be on my field yet. Standby, main 1. We just summon the warrior lady here, right? And get a counter. I have the floodgates and I have the walls. So, like, even if he mosses me, I'm fine. Going to send them both. Go into battle and then attack the defense monster. Which I'm hoping is Man-Eater Bug / Neudoria. If it's Man-Eater Bug, we banish it. Oh, it's Shell. Think. I don't want that in graveyard. Yeah, I don't want that in grave. Or banished. Yep. I don't want him getting that. That's fine by me, by the way. A-okay with me, dog. What's the play, home slice? I'm going to floodgate this and then get my counter. That way I don't die here. Gets the Blaze Accelerator, 2-hand. Because now I just ancient, like if he doesn't have anything here, right? He battles here. I shrink everything down to 16. So I lose 200. I start turn. I go to my standby. I go to my main 1. I set this and send this to the graveyard to normal summon the Ancient Gear Golem. Battle into this. Yep. You lose 1600. And now, because this is only at 200 life points, you lose 28 if you attack into it and die. So, which is a good thing to teach new players whenever they mess it up. Because I just went here. Like, the only thing you can do at this point is Parasite me. And then I still live. Yep. A-okay with me, dog. Yep, and you will lose a total of 16 as long as you don't set a card face down. So that'll be a 1900 attack point monster, I think. Blaze Accelerator Cannon, 1 card face down. I'll take 1900 here. Boom. This guy's still at 0. Boop. 0. Start for turn. Ah, damn it. Bricked again. Just needed 1 good card here. Yeah, all I needed here was the Gear Town. Normal summon the Gear Town. And then I could have climbed this. And then my opponent would have took 100. What's this? Wildfire. So he could have nuked here, which is fine, I guess. But, oh well. And then, yeah, activate. Like, it really is one of those things. GG's. Unfortunate. Well, I got some decks, some gameplay in, so. You made a video playing the deck. Which one? Alright guys, if you guys like this type of content and you like me, make sure you leave a like on this video, make sure you subscribe to see more, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.